Previously on Follow the Leader.
So, I think for Kari, he has been quietly building support amongst the people of the region and had a close run-in with a Bantral counterintelligence agent. And thank you, Don John. This intelligence agent is using the name Shenna Okano.
Like, Ruben is Solar Union in money only. Like, not even in name. But, like, people still know that they're Solar Union, and they're, like, kind of, like, not actively searching, but, like, keeping an ear to the ground, trying to hear if there's anything going on to try and find this missing person, and someone tried to murder them with a knife.
Knight in shining armor I might not be, but I know that when you're hurt, you're supposed to go to the people you trust. And I would have at least liked to know that you were hurt. He's not happy that you hid this from him.
Ruben's gonna make it worse.
No.
Just like Marius made so much shit worse before.
Oh boy. I love this. It's a good game.
And they say, Joe, angel face. You've got a lot of shit coming to you if you think that I trust you.
We now return to your game, already in progress. Okay, I know what I want to happen, and what I want to happen is for Marius to take their mech to Joe to be repaired.
Oh.
I hate to say this may just be, like, using the stealing time.
We could probably do office visit for this, right?
What about, whispers, because there might be other people round who could hear it.
Oh, yes. So, sharing whispers, only you and your chosen partner play. Ask them where it is you would come across each other. Are you in a place where you could be overheard? Well, I think we've established this is in Joe's shop, and we can be overheard.
Yeah, because Joe's shop it's just like a big warehouse.
Yeah. What do you notice about each other? What have you heard? What do you think this is about?
So what does Joe think this is about? I mean, Joe's a little worried he's about to get got.
Yeah.
Like, oh, is this person here to fucking murderize me? Is this the one who, is this the person who stabbed Ruben?
Oh my god.
No, it isn't. But, like, Joe doesn't know.
No, he doesn't. And Marius doesn't know that Joe's a revolutionary either, so this is gonna be just doubly fun.
Oh god, wait. He doesn't? What? So he just, like, came to Joe's shop because Joe is, like...
A mechanic. Who's supposed to be discreet according to what they've heard.
He is discreet. Somehow.
Yep.
Which, like, in, like, the underground, like, that's sort of code for, like, oh, this person's with the revolution. But Marius doesn't know that.
No.
God. Fuck. Cool. So, like, how do you want to start this up?
I would just say Marius, like, walking into Joe's shop looking a bit out of place and glancing around furtively, just sort of looking for the proprietor.
I mean, I'm gonna say that Joe is probably, like, wearing a tank top, extremely covered in grease. You know, very pin-up of a mechanic looking right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just, gonna sort of... He's probably, like elbow deep in somebody else's mech right now, too. And he's just sort of, like... He's a little wary. He doesn't know what's going on here. He's just sort of like, hi, can I help you?
Yes, I've been told that if I wanted to retain the services of somebody who is good with gadgetry, that you would be able to assist discreetly.
He sort of, like, scratches the back of his head. Yeah, your stuff's probably gonna be a lot fancier than the kind of stuff I usually fix. And I sort of, like, gesture over to all the, like, various farming equipment that I'm currently, that Joe's currently fixing up, because, like, his whole soliloquy, or not soliloquy, what is it? Solitaire thing was all about, he was, like, taking, like, farming and, like, labor stuff and, like, turning it into fighting stuff, but, like, right now he's just, like, taking he's back at sort of the beginning of one of those projects where he's, like, starting to even get the labor stuff working again. So, like, all of it's very, it looks like farming stuff. It's very, like, no nonsense. Doesn't look like sleek and cool and, like, rich people shit. Which is kind of how I'm imagining Marius's mech does.
Yeah, Marius's mech is, like, Copernicus I'm imagining is, like, looks almost like some Escaflowne bullshit.
Amazing.
Just really looks ornate.
It looks like rich people bullshit.
Yeah, it does look like rich people bullshit.
Fucking rich people.
And so he sort of just, like, jogs his head back and forth, is like, but I mean, I can fix it up. I can fix anything. Looks a little proud of that, so what kind of fixes are you looking for? Are you looking for upgrades, or are you looking for general, sort of, like, jogs his hand back and forth, like,
just
repair.
Just repairs, and I carefully avoid talking about the fact that my mech has battle damage. Do you notice?
I think I do notice that you're avoiding talking about what kind of repairs I'm supposed to be making. I'm gonna say, if I press you for more answers, do you give in? And I'm gonna say, like, so, what kind of repairs, am I buffing out scratches on the case, or, joking about how, rich people don't really do, real work with their mechs. Oh, we have to, now that we've done 2 questions, every other question you must throw a coin to see if you are detected. If heads, you are detected. If tails, no.
Where did I put, there it is. On tails, we are not detected, so...
We are not detected.
Marius kind of, like, hems and haws a little bit, and is just... I'm looking for reassurance, can I find it here? And Marius is just like, I need to secure your utmost discretion.
I, like, hold up a hand and go, Scout's honor. There were Boy Scouts to think of. Like...
Fuck, I love Joe.
Joe is so good.
God.
He's too honest. But also, like, he's a big dumbass. So, what do you need? He's like, clears out a spot on, like, a, like, extremely greasy looking table, like pushes some paperwork aside or whatever, takes a seat on, like, a stool, kind of taps the top of the desk and says, so what am I looking at here?
I sort of just kind of, like, look at Joe incredulously a little bit before kind of perching where, sort of awkwardly perching where, I've been told to be sitting, and then...
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it on top of a crate of ammunition that's been covered by a tarp?
Oh my god!
Yes!
Yes!
Yes.
Well, now it has to be, but I hate this.
It's good.
I'm gonna say his table is, like, made of crates of ammunition, and maybe, like, there is, like, another stool. So maybe Marius isn't sitting on the crate, but, like, it's there.
God.
It's where his papers are all spread out. I hate this.
So
It's
good.
so good.
You
It's
suck.
so
This
good.
is extremely good.
I may have sustained some damage a while ago, and I would prefer that it not get back to the rest of my family that my frame was damaged in such a way.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've noticed from where you've come, my friend, but I don't really have much of a reason to interact with those of your, he sort of makes a hand gesture, social status.
I'm willing to pay.
I would hope so. Because repairs like this, I don't come cheap. Oh, you mean for my silence?
Oh my god.
Right.
Look, he's extremely stupid. He's like, I mean, yeah, you have to pay for me to do repairs. Oh, I see.
Taps nose with his finger.
I mean, yeah. I mean, how much are you willing to pay for that? Dora's just been stunned to silence.
I'm not sure if the stunned silence is in character or not. I think the stunned silence may be in character, and like they're just like staring at Joe like, holy shit, is somebody just pulling my leg?
Is this a real person?
I'm really smart about machines and really stupid about everything else. I've never met another human person in my entire fucking life.
Marius finally just shakes their head, and they pull a photograph out of one of their pockets that's like shows some of the damage, and is just like, how much would it take to fix this?
How damaged is it? Out of character.
Out of character, it was pretty scuffed up, but also out of character, Joe would probably recognize this as one of the frames in the free for all.
Yeah. So
Joe looks at it and goes,
have
"Aw,
we
shit."
Have we ever established A, what currency we use, and B, like what kind of like what's the inflation rate here? Like what is the worth of that currency?
Well, we could just use the shorthand of cred, because that's always useful sci-fi
Yeah.
bullshit.
I mean, this is probably going to run you a couple 100,000 credits. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty damaged.
Through gritted teeth, Marius is just like, that's fine.
All right. I'll write you up, Joe just, like, grabs some pages that are, like, sitting around that are obviously, like, pre-written contracts for work that, you have permission to go into my vehicle and do shit to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree that I am, beholden to the law to pay this debt that I will owe for this. It's that kind of bullshit. Obviously, Joe didn't write it.
Yeah.
It's extremely obvious that Joe did not write this, but that it's sort of your standard shit for this kind of, this kind of thing. So yeah, he hands over a contract. It's like, here you go. He like quickly scribbles out like what it's gonna cost. Like he's just like, catalog your damages here. Sign down here, and there you go. I'll bring it in tomorrow. He stops and thinks for a second. Yeah, bring it in tomorrow, early morning, and I can get started, and I'll have it done within a week, probably.
All right. That's acceptable. And Marius fills out the paperwork and signs where they're supposed to sign.
All right. Nice to meet you. He like squints. He's like, I don't think I ever asked you your name.
That's quite all right.
All right. And he like retracts his hand as he was like holding his hand out to be like, nice doing business with you. And he just sort of goes, all right. Takes his hand back. See you tomorrow morning. Do you notice the crates that are Or are you so overwhelmed by everything that you don't notice shit?
I think it's more funny if Marius doesn't notice, because, like...
I love it. Yeah, and nobody ever walks in to interrupt our meeting.
That's fine. I mean, we succeeded at being secret about this meeting.
Yep.
Yay!
Whose turn is it now?
It's mine.
We did it.
Hello, whoopsie. Well, I would like to either meet sword to sword or have a brawl, but I'm trying to figure out the context for which it might be. So I either thought that this is maybe that this could be blowback as a result of this Bantraish counterintelligence agent that's literally put somebody onto Kari, because for all that Kari gets on fine with Reuben and Morris, neither of them know that Kari pilots Corvus.
Yep.
Nope.
So we could quite easily have a fight in mechs without anyone knowing who the other people are, except Reuben's mech shows who they are, right? Because we talked about this. Marius's doesn't, if I'm remembering correctly, what Copernicus looks like. It's closed.
Yeah. It's just obvious that it's a thank the gods for small favors mech.
Okay.
And Joe's definitely does not. Joe's is like a fucking farming machine. It's got like a window, but it's tinted because, like, sun.
Let me quickly look at the rules on Brawl versus meeting sword to sword.
I think meeting sword to sword is more interesting. Also, I don't think that Joe is, like, that pumped up to go join a brawl. Oh, I was looking at free for all.
Oh, a brawl is
brawl,
one.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, wait, no, that's free for all I'm thinking of. Thank God.
Yeah.
Joe is busy fixing him. Oh, God, wait. If this happens, like, the night before Marius delivers their mech. So he just delivers the mech with a lot more damage than it's supposed to be. That's extremely funny, actually.
Okay. I will open this because I've done a scene with both of you. I'm gonna make it meeting sword to sword because brawl is just designed for a fist fight, and I like the thought that Kari is doing, maybe it's a mission or something like that, and is in Corvus, because it comes a really interesting thing of doing meeting sword to sword if Kari recognizes the mech that he's fighting, but the person he's fighting doesn't know that it's him.
That's good.
So, because that changes, like, intent on Kari's part, which is fun and interesting.
Do you want to know also what I like is the idea that, like, do people know Corvus?
I think people know Corvus. I think Corvus has a rep.
So if people know Corvus as a former pilot, people probably know that she's dead.
Yeah.
So they think they're seeing a ghost.
Nice.
Because they don't know that Corvus had 2 pilots.
Yeah. Dig it. Okay. So Corvus is in action. Who wants... Is this something... Because I feel like this has to be a mandated come down of you need to sort this out or check on this mech or whatever. Because then otherwise it needs to have a charge behind it. Otherwise, is Reuben trying to make good with superiors at Solar Union to get them off his back because of their back? My apologies. After the stabbing thing, and like they need to go. Yeah, no, I'm a company person. So, or is this? What's more interesting narratively where we are right now? Because didn't Marius have this whole thing with needing to prove or get results?
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact wording on that solitaire.
Yeah, it was get results. So, yeah,
well,
that could work.
Okay. Because I'm trying to remember from the last session, did Marius doesn't pilot a whole lot, but
Correct.
can. But did have some, had some like in the field before, That wasn't like their first time
Right.
out. Just, okay. Has Marius encountered Corvus before then?
Ooh.
If Corvus has been running around for a while.
I'm gonna go with no, just because it would have come up in the previous free-for-all, I think.
Okay, yeah, of course, we would have done that.
I mean, we can retcon,
Alright.
but...
No, I like to try and keep it in congruity with its previous chunk. Okay, we've decided how the two of us came to be standing alone sword to sword. Well, mech sword to mech sword. But yeah, I feel like for Corvus, it's the edge of the blade, the edge of one of these wings is the blade, so, because that's fun. So, I suppose Marius has heard that this mech that has a reputation, is maybe even a bit of a symbol amongst the revolutionaries, is in action again and has been spotted.
Yeah, this is definitely happening before the repairs happen, so there's definitely still the battle damage happening. Why Marius has waited this long to get it repaired, who can say? But there's definitely still some battle damage going on.
Corvus is in better nick than during the free-for-all, but still, not all fully... Actually, no. I think the paint job has been fully done because, Kari has complicated feelings about this mech, and he needed an avenue with which to channel things productively. So, Corvus is actually pretty, spick and span, and so... the better with the sword begins.
Kari?
You thrust perilously close to my face. Do you cut me? Where?
Yes. Because I'm on my anime bullshit, it's like where your frame's cheek would be, it's like that. Because I always love this question. We circle, swords tips touching. What do you say to me?
Okay, is there any kind of distortion on the speaker, or is it clear that it's Marius's voice? Because that will make a difference as to what Kari says.
I think it's clear, but have they spoken yet? I mean, is it more interesting to you that Kari knows it's Marius or not?
Oh, it's definitely more interesting to me that Kari knows that it's Marius.
Okay, yeah. So in that case, Marius could have easily earlier said something like stand down or something like that.
I do think that Corvus has a modulator on it because otherwise it's to cover that there used to be two pilots for it, and because I don't want to give the game away too soon, I don't think there's necessarily a way to readily disable it. Oh, no, wait, when Marius got that striking on the face, it caught enough of the internal electronics that Kari can't disable the voice modulator. So, yeah.
Nice.
Please just back down. I do not want to fight you right now.
Funnily enough, that makes two of us, and yet here we are. I'm assuming that groan of disgust was in character.
Also, Jade. I catch your wrist in my hand and draw you close to me. Do you let your sword drop, or do you shove me away and fight on?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know who this is, so yeah, I've got to shove you away and fight on.
Of course, of course.
I pretend to falter and dip my blade. Do I draw you out, or do you recognize the ploy and hold steady?
I think Kari's really desperate to end the fight without it getting to a point where one of them is going to get seriously hurt, and I think that wanting to end the fight means that he doesn't recognize the ploy when he normally would, and he's tried to do a disarming strike.
Wait, no, I was the one who asked the question, so it's your turn to ask next. And any time after the third leading question, either of us can choose to ask one of the closing questions instead.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at the closing ones as well. You get your sword's point well between us inside my guard. If you drive it home, you'll kill me. Do you drive it home, or do you allow me to step back and recover myself?
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
I'd like to say, if you're in your mobile frame, being killed can mean that your mobile frame is destroyed, but you've survived. Or that you've indeed been killed. Decide with your partner. It's not my fault Marius is trying to prove themselves.
Oh god, I just had an idea.
Fuck yeah.
You're not useful to me dead, so this may be a case of like a disabling strike with the intent to capture, but like, you know, dragging the frame back instead of like immediately getting out and getting, you know.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. You see where I'm going with that. So yeah, I take the opportunity to disable your frame and keep you inside it until we can get to back to my estate.
This is what happens every time Kari is in a mech. This happened in the first play-by-post versions of Firebrands where I played Kari the first time. Some things like to just beautifully repeat themselves.
We just can't put Kari in Firebrands. We just can't put Kari in Firebrands because he keeps doing this shit. Ugh.
What we just need to come to terms with is the fact that Kari in Firebrands is a damsel in distress.
It's fine.
I mean, to be fair, in the first version, he got to save himself and somebody else. So, and it was very good. But that is another story for another day.
That's true.
It was extremely good.
All right, so Kari is now a prisoner.
Great.
So,
love that.
You're not... Oh, no, Kari is a prisoner.
Yep.
Whoa. That's not good.
Probably not, no.
No.
So Joe, one of the revolutionary leaders, is missing.
That's not great.
Nope. And Kari's diner is not open.
That's not great. I don't know what to do about that.
I know what to do about that, but I know what I want to do about that, but I'm gotta wait till Sam's turn is over.
Fuck. So there. Shit, I don't know what to do now. I had an idea, but it's not gonna fucking work now.
Well, what was your idea?
I don't even remember it. It's like, I wanted to do something with Kari about, you know, first of all, fixing Marius's mech, and second of all the shit with Reuben.
You can do a
It can be a
flashback.
flashback.
No, but okay. But, like, I wanted it to be, like, I don't want to flash it back, though, because I feel like we need to move the story forward. We only have, like, 2 turns left. So, like...
At the same time, this isn't getting wrapped up.
I'm gonna rescue Kari in my scene, so... Or I'm gonna try to
Okay.
rescue Kari in my scene, so...
I was gonna suggest, have you looked at covert action, Sam?
That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Oh, hello, child.
Hi, Anise!
Suggestion?
Hi, baby!
Here she is.
What if
What do you want?
Joe goes to Reuben for help and it's a joint covert action? Just putting it out there.
I guess, yeah, we could fucking... I could see, you know, Joe going to Reuben and being like, look, I know you don't trust me or fucking whatever. So a covert action... No, because I do think we want to do a covert action for... Ow, stop that. For... My cat is just deciding to bite my leg until I feed her. For, you know, if... My brain's just not working. I'm sorry. My brain is shutting down. So if Kales wanted to do a covert action for their turn, we could do... Not a chase. I wanted to do, like, maybe something that's just, I guess, sharing whispers of, like, Joe going to Reuben for that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Perfect. So let's do sharing whispers.
Sounds good.
Again.
I was going to suggest you could always do it as a dance and be at a club and that's where you find Reuben. Just because I like to fuel any fires we have burning. Sharing whispers would be perfectly adequate.
You know what? Reuben probably would be at a club, though, so that works.
So you know what? Yeah, let's do a fucking dance.
Yes!
Let's dance, bitch.
I'm glad I can help.
Thanks, Jade.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Jade.
My enabler-in-chief's shirt is just a matter of time away.
Okay. So, fuck, let's do this.
Yeah.
All right, so we came to be how did we come to be dancing together? We are in a club?
Yes.
And I am looking for you, but also, like, very hot because, it's Joe, and that's all he knows how to do.
What are these people wearing? The people need to know. And by the people, I mean me.
Oh, all right. Pinterest, here I come. I didn't do this
I'm going to say that Joe is...
I didn't do this for the fancy party. What's Joe wearing?
I want to say Joe is wearing, like, a version of the third outfit that I posted in the chat recently. Of Joe's outfits. It's sort of a titties out look.
Christ.
That tracks.
I just realized that Joe is, like, much bigger than Ruben is.
Oh, Joe is
So
fucking
much
massive.
bigger.
He's at least 6 feet tall, if not taller.
Ruben is a twink.
Perfect. Joe is extremely tall, but also big stupid. So he's like a big puppy. All right. So what is Ruben wearing?
Ruben is, like, full stop wearing a corset.
Hell yeah.
I can't find anything good. Might look like this. Hold on, I'm gonna put this in a... Might look something like this, but this might also be, like, a little bit more King is Dead than Firebrands, but you know, whatever. Yeah, the colors are good.
That is good.
Ooh.
The design is a
love the
lot.
colours.
I don't know how I feel about the box closures to close the front of it, but...
Oh, yeah, no, not that. Not that part.
Yeah.
Steampunk Y. Yeah, so something like that, probably.
For the listeners at home, this is a very lovely corset in kind of like shades of magenta with a little bit of blue, and it's got black boning and silver buttons with chains on the sides. Why is the person who isn't a fashion person describing the bit of fashion?
I'm going to pin this, and we could tweet this picture out with the episode.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll put it in the show notes.
It's a good look, is all.
Yeah, and
It's a good look, yeah.
like thigh-high boots.
So we match, because I just realized, of course, that I have not described Joe's outfit to the audience.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So it's a crop top that has a clear vinyl panel in the front and a bunch of, like, gold detailing of, like, gold lame, like, a very... Sorry, I'm watching my cat destroy my things behind me. It's, like, a very sort of, like, puffy gold lame quilted, like very geometric quilted section around the collar and, like, in, like, a big, like, almost medallion. It's extremely good. We'll put it in the show notes also. Anyways, it's, like, extremely fucky. And it's very, like, 60s sci-fi.
Well, this is also, like, art, so it's gonna go up on Twitter, right?
I guess it'll go on Twitter.
Put Joe
Yeah,
on Twitter.
I can't really go in our Patreon stuff because it's, like, it's already been out there for forever. It's on my portfolio website as well. And it has been since last summer. Sorry about the rustling in the background. That's my cat. Anyways, it's good.
It is really
That's all I have
good.
to say about it. Let's get to the dance. What do we notice about each other? What have we heard? Joe looks tense and a little anxious. He's obviously heard about how Kari got taken prisoner by the person whose neck he's supposed to be dealing with right now.
Yeah. What do you notice about Ruben? They're walking much better. Like, they've been healing up pretty good.
That's good.
Don't forget, they did get stabbed.
They did get
They
stabbed.
sure did get stabbed. And, I think that there's rumors that Ruben is, like, currently, like, on the outs with some of the Solar Union, but there's also rumors that Ruben isn't on the outs with the Solar Union, and no one knows what to believe, and no one, like, Ruben's sure not talking to anyone about it.
Yeah. So, I don't know what's going on, but I come in and I'm like, I get up sort of near, what kind of dancing is happening in this fucking club? Is this just, like, full-on grinding bullshit?
Yeah, obviously.
It's fair. Cool.
What other kind of club dancing is there?
Not much.
Exactly.
I don't know, there's some people who, like, actually are able to dance in a club, and, like, it is dancing rather than just grinding, but that's not who our characters are. I don't know, it could be who Ruben is.
It's Ruben.
It's definitely not who Joe is. Alright, who wants to start? The worst dancer asks the first question.
Joe.
Fair enough.
I said in the first episode, Ruben is better at club dancing.
You did.
You did say that. Yep. So I sort of get up. I get up near close to Ruben, and I go, "Hey, we've got a problem." And I'm gonna say my question is, something about me catches your eye, and your look lingers. What is it?
Joke answer is your nipples.
Yeah, that was exactly the joke answer that I was going to suggest. Thank you.
Yep, I got you. Joke answer is your nipples. Actual answer is the tension in your shoulders. I don't think Ruben has ever seen Joe look like this.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
And their eyes narrow a little bit and they go, "Yeah, I bet we do."
Look, but like, you know, Joe takes a deep breath. He doesn't look happy. It's like, you don't trust me. Whatever. Kari's missing. I've heard some rumors. I'm fixing some asshole's mech right now. Marius, something favors whatever. That's all in character, by the way.
Yeah.
something favors whatever. And word on the street is that that's the one that took... That's the person who took Kari.
Shit. You may, at this moment in the dance, place your hand upon my elbow, my shoulder, my waist, or my hip. Which do you choose?
Your hip, obviously. Duh. Yeah, no, I like, you know, I'm drawing you close to have this, clandestine conversation in the middle of an extremely loud club.
Listen, the nice thing about extremely loud clubs is that it's harder to be overheard.
It's true. That's exactly why we chose this setting, and not because they're, awkwardly grinding against... Actually, no, I won't... It's probably not awkwardly grinding.
No, it's not.
Probably, it's good. Anyways. Oh, is it my turn to ask a question again? I lose my place in the dance. Do you let me stumble, or you draw me back into place?
I draw you back in. Come on.
What was that?
It was a noise. It was a...
So, yes.
Seriously? Yeah. No, of course.
Yeah. God. I also, didn't quite realize just how much smaller Ruben was than Joe.
I don't remember how tall I said Ruben was, but Ruben is a twink.
Yeah, I remembered that much at least. I was imagining, 5'4", maybe.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe 5'6" or 5'7". I don't remember.
Yeah. Joe is, at least 6 feet, if not, 6'2" or 3.
Great, so it's at least 6 inches height difference.
Yeah, it's extremely good.
Ruben's when did that happen?
Yesterday.
Okay, that's something, at least. God damn it.
Yeah. And, person who, asshole Bantral, dropped off their mech this morning, so.
Was it wrecked?
Oh, yeah. Was it any more wrecked than it was before? So, Dora?
I think there was definitely more battle damage on it.
Yeah, there was a lot more damage than I was told to look for.
Good, at least Kari put up a fight. Great, that's 2 of yours. Gone now. Well, not for long. There's so many good things here. I want to push this scene a little bit further so that we're not just doing 2 each, because there's so many good ones here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have the opportunity to draw me close and hold me for a moment. Do you take it?
Yeah? Yes, I do. And it's very much so what are we gonna do about this? But also, he's a little bit he misses Ruben. And he's sad. Because Ruben doesn't trust him.
Well,
Ruben said he doesn't trust him, and Joe takes every word that is said to him at face value.
Yeah, there we go. That's correct. That's the more accurate phrasing.
So yeah, I basically am like, what are we gonna do about this? But also, I'm like, kind of giving you a little bit of a hug.
Oh, Joe.
I love him.
Ruben's like, we shouldn't do anything, because if Favors gets both of us, we're shit out of luck. At least you have their mech, so that's something, at least.
I'll put them off for as long as I can. You know, who knows how long it really takes to fix a mech, except a mechanic, right? Kind of winks. He's doing his best.
He's great. Ruben actually does smile at that.
Oh. I was gonna do the next one was like, at this moment in the dance you laugh at what?
How adorable you are, but also how intelligent that was.
Hell yeah. Occasionally my 2 brain cells do come up with something clever. Joe managed to rub his 2 brain cells together and come out with a logical thing to say.
Listen, I'm already on a shit list and a half right now with the Solar Union. Favors tried to pull some strings with the other Bantrash families.
Hey.
Didn't get much. But I don't know, I'm gonna go. Did they take the mech too? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know where it happened. All I know is I got delivered a mech this morning that's way more beat up than it's supposed to be, and Kari's place is closed.
Right, okay. Because if they took the mech, then probably they at least don't want him dead.
Here's hoping.
I'm gonna get him back.
You better.
Your mouth is close to my ear, what do you say?
Fuck. No, I don't say that.
Very loudly in my ear. Fuck.
I just say, and you know, don't go taking any more risks. You know, we don't want to lose someone else.
Oh, sweetheart, I make no promises.
Cool. Yeah, I figured as much. And then I'm gonna say that obviously this isn't from the dance, but I'm gonna go down to the fucking
stealing time together,
together, and I say I not only touch but I kiss you. May I?
You may. Come on.
Hell yeah. So yeah, gives him a fucking kiss and he goes like, keep yourself safe. And I guess the dance ends. Do you leave, or will you stand with me, or do you rush away?
I linger for a moment, but then I go, because I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, just go. Alright. Now it's time for your thing, which was the covert operation.
Covert action. One of Elle and Ben's best games. Choose the person against whom you are acting. Marius, hi.
Hello.
Tell them what you are attempting. I'm going to re-kidnap your prisoner.
Legit?
Where would the action take place? What precautions have you taken against it? How dangerous is this going to be?
So, this is at the Favors estate. The precautions include a bunch of security forces for the family, which make it relatively dicey because you're either going to have to do it without being caught or you're going to have to fight through a bunch. Yeah, I think that covers it.
Cool. What have you heard about your quarry? What might they have heard about you? What are the stakes? Well, the stakes are Kari's life and Ruben's freedom, probably. Also probably Ruben's life, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Ruben's less thinking about that. What have I heard about Marius? See previous scene. Marius and Ruben haven't spoken since Ruben came in through the window.
No, they have not.
Fun. I don't know what you would have heard about me then.
I mean, nothing could be a valid answer.
Yeah, it's possible. The person committing the act chooses an opening gambit. I act brazenly while disguised, hoping my mask will hide me from your suspicions. For whom have you mistaken me? That's my opening gambit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just to bring it back around, what if I mistake you for Shenna Okano?
Oh, damn.
So I've mistaken you for a counterintelligence agent that I am grudgingly allowing into my house.
Oh, that's good.
From then on, the action is conducted by the victim, who proposes a series of 3 challenges or admissions they may choose freely. Victim names a challenge. Together, the group discusses what sort of thing might have to be sacrificed to overcome it. After choosing their sacrifice, the perpetrator makes the choice to either flip a coin or give up. If the perpetrator flips heads, they pass unscathed. If they flip tails, they lose their sacrifice. Each sacrifice must be greater or equal in value to the one before it. God, I forgot how good this game is. I can't remember which episode of Sun City Duet they do this game in, but it's such a good scene. So, that's you, Dora. You get to pick.
Yep. So you've been on the estate before, so it's not different than you thought. But the doors are locked when they should have been open. Is there a way for you around them?
The joke to make here is that, yes, because I can go in through a window, but that's a tell. It's possible that that's a tell, rather. I don't know if I can go bigger than my disguise, though, for a sacrifice. Like, I obviously can, but, like... Oh, you know what I forgot, though? They never finished the rules for a covert action. I forgot that part. They never completed these rules. So, like, after you've passed all 3 of them, the completing the action section, it doesn't exist.
Oops.
I forgot about that. We had the same problem, I think, in Stray. And we had to fucking make it up. But yeah, so that's fine. We'll figure that out. Yeah, I think that that's the only thing I can think of right now. Probably I'll come up with a better idea and we can talk about it as we get further along, but, like, the only thing I can think of is if I go through the windows, I might blow my cover. I mean, Marius could also, like, just not be paying attention, but, like, because I guess the thing is that only Marius would recognize that as a tell. Because none of the other security team members on the estate have seen Ruben go through a window.
Yeah.
Okay, so I flip a coin, and Jesus. I forgot that there's a reason why I don't play these games, and that's because this part stresses me out. Like, my heart is pounding right now. Can't look. Yes! I flipped heads, which means I don't blow my cover.
Heck yeah. There's nothing in the rules that says that I have to choose an admission, but the way that Chase works, you typically choose an admission, so I'm going to go ahead and choose an admission now.
Yeah.
And when the victim chooses to pose an admission, they name the admission, and together the group discusses what sorts of things might have to be sacrificed. After choosing the sacrifice, the victim flips a coin. If they flip heads, they pass unscathed. If they flip tails, they lose their sacrifice.
I saw one that's funny. I'm trying to discern if you just read the one that I read, or...
I'm pretty sure I did. Those in or around my house dislike me.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Buddy.
No, I'm not choosing that one.
No, that's fine. I just thought it was funny. I was like, It's probably true.
I'm actually going to choose this one because it feels like it fits based on the fact that Marius was not actually out to fuck Kari over. I have faltered in my belief and duty. Will you notice my stumbling?
Yes, I was hoping you'd pick that one.
What does that look like?
I think it looks like more lax security where Kari's being kept.
Oh. Is he, like, in a guest room instead of, like, an actual, I don't know what kind of rooms the Favors estate has, but is it just, like, a room with one guard outside rather than, like, somewhere super secure in the complex?
Yeah, definitely. Alright, so I flip a coin.
Oh, what's the
You
sacrifice?
decide what's sacrificed.
Oh, shoot.
You only have to do the one sacrifice, so it can be as big as you want, because you don't have to top it.
I feel like the only logical sacrifice would be my possession over Kari. Like, this seems like it's something that could very easily just come back to bite me in the ass and make it incredibly easy for Ruben to get Kari out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
And there it is.
Alright, I flip tails, I lose my sacrifice.
That's choice.
So Ruben is able to get into the room. Like, what does this look like, actually, before the third challenge?
I think what this looks like, because, like, if Amarius, like, thinks that Ruben is, God, what did we say her name was? Shenna? Shenna Okana?
Yeah.
Okano. Shenna Okano. If Marius thinks that Ruben is Shenna, and Marius told security that Ruben is Shenna, then Ruben is going to look at security and be like, and say like something to the effect of like, I've come here to take this prisoner off your hands, loudly enough that Kari can hear them.
Mm-hmm.
And the guard like lets them in, I assume.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
We gotta do a last challenge, right? Or you do?
Oh, yeah, I've got to do one last challenge.
I do want to know what Kari says.
So, I suppose it's gonna depend if Ruben shuts the door between, shuts the door before saying anything, or whether it's just sort of, like, pretending. Like, it depends if Ruben has the opportunity to drop the masquerade for that moment. Will very much depend on what Kari says. Because Kari ain't stupid.
Kari is not stupid. I think Ruben, like, facing away from the guard is able to, like, sort of pull the mask down a little bit and, like, wink, but they're not gonna, like, shut the door.
Sure, okay.
Because that doesn't make any sense.
Of course. I think Kari just looks at them, like, not quite believing, but also, of course you're here. Of course you've pulled it off. Of course you did it wearing that. What is my life?
What? This is Ruben later is just gonna like be like, duh. You interrupted my night out. Of course I did.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay. Assuming that this works, I'm gonna I know what's gonna happen at the end of this too, so.
I was gonna say, if you need help inspiring the challenge, I've got something for you, Dora. Because I know you pick the challenge, right?
I do pick the challenge, and I have my eyes on one just because I think it's funny.
Okay.
An alarm sounds nearby. Is it for you?
Can
Is
I
it
say
for
this?
you?
I love that one.
It is, because Kari's not leaving without Corvus.
Oh. Ruben's like, of
no.
fucking course, you idiot. Oh, Jesus, you sentimental fuck. Alright, let's go.
So the alarm is, like, on the garage, or wherever the mechs are kept. Because Kari's like, I'm not leaving without my mech.
The sacrifice is probably going to be, like, I want it to be, like I'm trying to figure out how to word this, sorry. Because I think the sacrifices, again, like, are cover, but it's not, like, my disguise. It's, like, the fact that I was here for a rescue mission.
Yeah, sure. It's the masquerade. It's, like, the pretense.
The masquerade of it, yeah.
Is lost.
I just said it like you, Jade.
Sorry.
Masquerade.
I don't mind. I'm just like, yeah.
Okay.
Like, I don't necessarily, like, I got Kari. I don't necessarily think that, like, I don't necessarily think I fail at getting Kari and Corvus out. I just think that, like,
Yeah.
Marius knows it was me.
Yeah.
Or Marius knows that it was whoever it was that was claiming to be Shenna.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Marius
Since
is
my
gonna
cover
suss it.
wasn't blown.
Yes. Very good.
Alright, here we go. Drum roll, please. No!
That would have been good either way, quite frankly, because that could have led to a really interesting next scene. But
No. I fucking get you out.
Yeah, you
fucking
do.
get you and Corvus out.
You do. That's my point. The mask, you don't lose the sacrifice, which is good, but also it would have been just as fun narratively if it had gone the other way.
Mm-hmm.
I think... Oh, please.
I want to hear what you think, but I know what Ruben is going to do.
Okay. I was just going to say, I feel like the lighting in this, like, hangar where the Favors keep their mechs is a lot better than where that fight was. And I think in this light, Ruben is immediately able to put together, those earrings and that mech, like, I think Ruben is immediately, like, obviously just like, okay, it's a mech. Like, okay, do the revolutionaries really need this mech? What is so important about this mech? And then I think that's the moment where Ruben's immediately go, oh, this is sentimental, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's when Ruben's like, oh, you sentimental little shit. All right, get the fuck in. I'm taking you back to Joe.
Like I'm driving, you drive. Oh, except no, they'd have to use a transporter because it's broken right now. So...
Yeah,
good.
but they get Corvus out. They they get it to Joe, and they're like, "Hey," and Ruben's like, "Hey, Joe, I need you to prioritize something."
I mean, quite frankly, I think Kari would say, "Joe doesn't need to fix this. I can fix this."
Yeah, but I'm bringing you to Joe's anyway because
it's good. It's very good.
Ruben's like, "I got a special delivery for you. Here's Kari." Plop.
Joe is just gonna fucking hug immediately. It's the only possible response there is just, oh, thank God you're safe.
Catch a reminder that Kari is all of like 5'7" tops. So Joe is significantly taller than Kari. Like,
Joe is taller than
Kari is
everyone.
not a tall person. That's one of my things about him. He's never been tall.
I mean, Kari is still like 5 inches taller than me.
It's relative.
What did you say,
relative.
5'7"?
It's
Yeah.
relative. I think his height has varied a little bit. I think he's been as short as 5'5" and as tall as 5'8".
Yeah, all of those are still taller than me.
Because you're very short, Sam.
That is true.
All I'm saying is, if you want a character that's short, that's not short.
Relatively. Okay, so it's on
And Ruben slips out of the workshop.
Dora. Bring
This
us
hugs.
home. What's this final scene?
I need to look at the solitaires because I don't know that there's a scene that Marius can do with anybody. Because like this is an unmitigated disaster for them on basically every level.
Yeah.
I mean, the final scene we could do could be Marius picking up their mech, or you could do like a solitaire for the final one.
We forgot about poor Alistair also.
Well, that's the other thing. Are
Again.
we going to come back for poor Alistair, or are we going to?
I'm
Alistair's
assumption
fucking
that
dead.
Alistair is dead. Like,
Yeah.
me too.
the information that was wanted was gotten out of Alistair.
Yeah.
Maybe that's. I mean, you could.
Yeah.
Is it say is there a thing for you can come up with your own solitaire? Like, it could be like
We just do anyway, so like you can.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the last shots are probably like Marius like being disgraced, like their family's disgraced, and they're, pardon the pun, they've fallen out of favor. And I think that it's just like a montage of them losing their place at the university.
Yikes, Dora. All right.
Listen, like, the university is almost certainly run by other Bantrayish families that, now think that Marius is a turncoat. Marius can't go to the revolutionaries because they don't believe in what the revolutionaries are doing. They can't go to the Solar Union because they're associated with the revolutionaries because of the association with Kari, so...
God, Marius, you idiot.
Marius,
They
you're
brought this on themselves by not... If they doubled down on anything, any one thing, if they had doubled down, it would have probably been fine, but they didn't commit.
Yeah.
So, in being wishy-washy, they've lost everything.
Rest in peace.
Rip.
Yeah.
I guess.
Rip Marius.
Rip and piss,
Pay
Marius.
attention, centrists. This is what happens.
It's true.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
true. God.
Yep.
Oh. Still.
I feel a little bad for it being a downer, but they earned their fate.
Sometimes it just be
Well,
that
we
way.
got a
And
cute
everybody else lives
Kari
happily
Joe
ever after.
reunion scene that Ruben left, but whatever.
Rip.
Do you want to play this out, or do we want to just say like it's sweet?
I don't know. I mean, because is there like an epilogue thing? There is, isn't there? Do epilogues?
For Firebrands? I don't think so.
Or not?
We always did, so we can.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know whether we'll come back to this again. So
Ending play. To end play, go around the table one last time. On your turn, bring up any unresolved question you have about the character's fates. Say what you think the possible outcomes could be. The other players can contribute possible outcomes as well. Everyone votes to determine which of the possible outcomes is the one that comes true.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess like one of the questions we already sort of resolved was like, Alistair?
Alistair. What happened to poor Alistair?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
What happened to poor Alistair? Does anybody have any ideas?
I know. I genuinely think like his body is found somewhere.
Fair enough.
I don't think it's war. Where it's not. It's quite big old inverted commas. It's not. War.
It's Cold War.
Yeah, but like
It's Cold War.
People die. People bodies turn up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever clear though who it was that actually killed him though.
Agreed. We never know whether it was a Bantrayish household or whether it was Solar Union.
So what other questions do we have?
Do Ruben and Joe patch things up?
That's what I was gonna ask.
But there we go.
Does my boy continue to be kicked puppy?
That's up to Joe.
Excuse me.
Listen, I'm sorry, Ruben's an asshole, and they're also like vaguely like bad at attachments.
Oh. Kari tells Joe
Oh, no.
why Ruben didn't want to tell him.
Oh
And like is able to put some better blood there. And obviously Ruben did this thing. So
That it was shitty.
no, I meant Ruben did the good thing, got Kari back.
That thing. Ruben did the good thing.
Ruben did a good.
Actually,
Ruben did a good thing. So yeah, I feel like Joe is feeling more charitable towards Ruben. They definitely kiss and make up.
yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, my cat is like draped over one of my monitors now. Thankfully not the one next to my microphone, and is like obscuring roughly 50% of the screen.
Oh.
Okay, joke question.
Mm-hmm.
Ask the
Joke question. Do they ever have that threesome?
I don't know, do they?
I mean,
That's sort of Kari's. That's definitely.
well, I
Jade.
was just thinking about, like, I can definitely see there having been a moment after things have settled down again. And I can't remember whether Kari's earrings got finished in the last session or whether he goes to get them.
They're still just kicking around in the back of the shop.
Yeah, because other things were getting done, but like Ruben does finish them, and maybe like I was just imagining them coming by the diner to deliver them, and Kari is very because Kari cannot like avoid the whole Corvus thing anymore, anyway. But I just had this thought in my head of Kari saying to Ruben, you know, for someone that prides themselves on being such an asshole, you're actually incredibly sweet when you want to be.
Aww.
And then just, like, kissing them.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm on my bullshit.
Fuck yeah.
Yes. When the kiss breaks, Ruben's like, don't tell anyone.
Pretend you don't know this about me.
You didn't hear that from me.
And then I think, like, I was just like, you know, my
Fuck
line
yeah.
of work, Ruben, I'm very good at keeping secrets.
Hell yeah. I feel like that's a good place to end it. I feel like that wraps up everything.
Yeah, that's really good. Yes! 2 of my characters have kissed Kari now!
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yes! Living vicariously through my children.
Okay.
All right.
Outros.
Outros. Alright, I've been Dora. You can find me on Twitter at HarpyDora. You can find the games that I've written at harpydora.itch.io. You can find the podcast on Twitter and Tumblr at FTLcast. We have a Patreon at patreon.com/FTLcast, and I think that's everything I have to say.
I have continued to be Jade at Jade.Rose over on Twitter. You can see me playing D&D on alternate Mondays and on alternate Fridays, running a campaign of The Sprawl over at twitch.tv, Natural Ruckus. We play 7:30 UK time. Do the maths. Ignore daylight savings. It's weird. Or you can check out our VOD on YouTube, again, just Natural Ruckus.
I have been Sam. You can find me on Twitter at SAKalo, and you can find the pins that I sell at etsy.com/store/SAKalo. And that's all from me.
I'm Kales. Words for a second. I'm Kales. You can find me on Twitter at Citadel of Swords. You can find the games I write at citadelofswords.itch.io. You can yell at me to write some stuff if you want. I do write fic for this show. I will write things. Just ask. Just ask me. I'll do it.
Alright, shall we clap?
Yes. To get time.is open again.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Dora, and I just wanted to thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed us, please consider leaving a rating on iTunes, telling your friends about us, or tweeting about our show using the FTLcast hashtag. No, seriously, we crave the validation and it helps us out. Your support really means a lot. Thanks again!